بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ذلك الذي يبشر الله عباده الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات قل لا أسألكم عليه أجرا إلا المودة في القربى.
سبحان الله، ما شاء الله ما شاء الله ما شاء الله.
ومن يقترف حسنة نزد له فيها حسنا إن الله غفور شكور. أم يقولون افترى على الله كذبا فإن يشاء الله يختم على قلبك ويمحو الله.
بارك الله ما شاء الله.
ويمحو الله الباطل ويحق الحق بكلماته إنه عليم بذات الصدور. وهو الذي يقبل التوبة عن عباده ويعفو عن السيئات ويعلم ما تفعلون. ويستجيب الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات ويزيدهم من فضله والكافرون لهم عذاب شديد. صدق الله مولانا العظيم.
سبحان الله. ما شاء الله سبحان الله. اللهم زد فزد. آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Please read the Sharif. Sallallahu alayka ya Rasulallah. Sallallahu alayka ya Rasulallah. وسلم عليك يا حبيب الله. صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله. واہ کیا جود و کرم ہے شہبت تیرا، نہیں سنتا ہی نہیں مانگنے والا تیرا۔ فرش والے تیری شوکت کا علو کیا جانے، خسروا عرش پہ اڑتا ہے پھریرا تیرا۔ پڑھیے صلی اللہ علیہ رسول اللہ وسلم علیک یا حبیب اللہ۔ بابا سے بلندی ٹوگیدر صلی اللہ وسلم علیک یا حبیب اللہ۔ تیری سرکار میں تیری سرکار میں تیری سرکار میں لاتا ہے رضا اس کو شفیع، جو میرا غوث ہے اور لاڈلا بیٹا تیرا۔ صلی اللہ علیہ یا وسلم علیک یا حبیب اللہ۔ 2-3 couplets of Naat Sharif, then inshallah ta'ala manqabat will lead. یا نبی نظر کرم فرمانا، یا نبی نظر کرم فرمانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا۔ مل کر کہیں یا نبی نظر کرم فرمانا، یا نبی نظر کرم فرمانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، بولو اے حسنین کے نانا۔ زہرا پاک کے صدقے میں، زہرا پاک کے صدقے میں ہم سب کو مدینے بلانا، زہرا پاک کے صدقے میں ہم سب کو مدینے بلانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے حسنین کے نانا۔ Through the sadaqah of your beloved daughter Sayyida Fatimah az-Zahra salam Allah ala Nabi al-Kareem alayha, Ya Rasulullah, through the sadaqah wasila of your beloved daughter, Ya Rasulullah, please call all of us to Madinatul Munawwara. زہرا پاک کے صدقے میں ہم سب کو مدینے بلانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا۔ آپ کے درگاہوں میں بھکاری، آپ ہیں میرے داتا، سارے رشتے پیارا اپنا ناتا، آپ کے درگاہوں میں بھکاری، آپ ہیں میرے داتا، سارے رشتوں ناتوں سے ہے، سارے رشتے ناتوں سے ہے پیارا اپنا ناتا، آپ وہ ہیں آپ وہ ہیں آتا ہے جن کو سب کی لاج نبھانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا، اے حسنین کے نانا. Say together. میرے حسین تجھے سلام، میرے حسین تجھے سلام، السلام یا حسین، السلام حسین، السلام، جس کو آغوش رحمت میں پالا گیا، جس کو دوش نبی پر بٹھالا گیا، جس کو آغوش رحمت میں پالا گیا، جس کو دوش نبی پر بٹھالا گیا، جس کو قدرت کے ہاتھوں سنبھالا گیا، جو مدینے سے جبر نکالا گیا، اس حسین ابن حیدر پہ لاکھوں سلام، میرے حسین میرے حسین تجھے سلام، السلام السلام حسین، السلام یا حسین. Just imagine when Sayyidah Fatima radiallahu ta'ala used to get tired, when Hassan and Hussein were in cradle, the angels, they used to come and they used to shake the cradle. This is the maqam of Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein, the grandsons of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you know, when you making some small children, a child sleep, what you say when you shake cradle, you sing something, or you say shh, you know, something like oh soja soja, you know, let's sleep. لوری، تو اردو میں لوری کہتے ہیں، انگلش کیا کہتے ہیں؟ کیا؟ لالا بھائی. چلو جو بھی بھائی، اس میں بھی اردو آئی گئی. لالا بھائی، لالا بھائی لالا بھائی، اوکے لالا بھائی. So you know, you give. So that angels, they used to make them sleep. And just imagine Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to hug, always used to hug Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. The same chest, what the blessed chest used to touch with the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's blessed chest. In Karbala, the Shimr al-La'in is set on the same chest of Imam Hussein, and he slaughtered the neck of Hazrat Imam Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Shair says, جس کو جھولا فرشتے جھلاتے رہے، جس کو جھولا فرشتے جھلاتے رہے، لوریاں دے کے نوری سلاتے رہے، لوریاں دے کے نوری سلاتے رہے، جس کو سینے سے آقا لگاتے رہے، جس کو سینے سے آقا لگاتے حیدر پہ لاکھوں سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام سے together السلام السلام یا حسین شاہ است حسین بادشاہ است حسین دین است حسین دیپنا است حسین سرداد نداد دست در دست یزید حقا کے بنا لا الہ است حسین السلام یا حسین السلام یا حسین السلام یا حسین For 3 days they didn't have water to drink. Animal used to drink water. Camels, horses, they used to drink water from the river of Furat. But the family of Rasulullah were not allowed to drink water from the Furat. On the day of judgment, on Hashr, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he was distributing the water from the fount of Kausar, when he was giving water, how these people will go there to collect water from Rasulullah. Those who did not allow Ahlul Bayt to take water from the Furat. For 3 days they had no water, no food, nothing. But they remained firm. Allahu Akbar. Shair says, 3 दिन भूखा प्यासा जो रखा गया 3 दिन भूखा प्यासा जो रखा गया जो रहा पे करे शान सब्र और रज़ा जो रहा पे करे शान सब्र और रज़ा जिसे राज़ी था लारेब उसका खुदा जिससे राज़ी था लारेब उसका खुदा जिसके कदमों से जन्नत बनी करबला उस हुसैन इब्न हैदर पे लाखों सलाम मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम मेरे हुसैन तुझे सलाम से together السلام या हुसैन السلام या हुसैन السلام या हुसैन السلام یا حسین جو جوانان جنت کا سالار ہے He is the leader. They are Hassan and Hussein radiyallahu anhuma are the leaders of the youth of paradise. He is our leader in Jannah, inshallah. جو جوانان جنت کا سالار ہے The grandfather of Imam Hassan Hussein جس کا نانا دو عالم کا سردار ہے جس کا نانا دو عالم کا سردار ہے جو سراپائے محبوب غفار ہے جس کا سر دشت میں زیر تلوار ہے اس حسین ابن حیدر پہ لاکھوں سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام میرے حسین تجھے سلام السلام السلام یا حسین السلام السلام یا حسین السلام السلام يا حسين السلام يا حسين. Read the Rashid. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina. Alhamdulillah. الحمد لله الذي ابدع الافلاك والارضين والصلاه والسلام على من كان نبيا وادم بين الماء والطين وعلى اله واصحابه اجمعين. اما بعد فاعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله اموات بل احياء ولكن لا تشعرون. صدق الله مولانا العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الأمين المتين الكريم ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في شأن حبيبه الكريم: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد معدن الجود والكرم وآله وبارك وسلم صلاة وسلاما عليك يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا رحمة للعالمين. My respected elders, dear brothers, mothers and sisters and contemporary youth, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have gathered here to praise Ahlul Bayt and remember Ahlul Bayt, the family of the Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. The family, which family is the most beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala amongst all the families of the Prophets alayhi salatu wasalam. The family of Rasulullah is most beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala demanded that we should love the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not say those who became shaheed, those who killed in Allah's path, they are dead. Bal ahya, but they are alive. وَلَكِنْ لَا تَشْعُرُونَ, but you are unaware of them, or you are unaware of it. We are unaware of their lives, how they are alive. In other place Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ قُتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتًا بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ يُرْزَقُونَ. Don't even think that they are dead and they are finished. When someone sacrifices his life in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he becomes alive forever. After tasting the death, he becomes alive forever. Once Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came out of Masjid al-Nabi Sharif, and he looked towards the sky and he smiled. Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, why you smile? The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, I just saw my cousin brother, Ja'far Tayyar. Ja'far bin Abi Talib, the brother of Mawla Ali. He said, I just saw him, he was flying with green wings. Those who become shaheed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate their status. They have highest rank in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ يُرْزَقُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says they receive sustenance by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They receive sustenance. And I don't need to tell you, if someone receives sustenance, how can someone receive sustenance after the physical life, physical worldly life? Nowadays, you people know, those who go in space, how they live. There nowadays, you don't need to explain that just only one tablet, small piece you can eat and you can stay a whole day, full. Or you don't need to eat anything, am I right? But unfortunately, we believe all these things, but we don't believe Qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If they receive sustenance, the sustenance of dunya and sustenance of akhirah is two different things. Remember, it's not the same sustenance. It looks like same sustenance, same risk. For example, if you cook food and you present in the court of all marhumeen, each and every room, they receive the same kind of sustenance in the same form. Remember once, a great muhaddis from the family of Shah Abdul Haq Muhaddis Dehlevi, his grandfather, most probably Shah Waliullah or Shah Abdul Rahim Muhaddis Dehlevi rahmatullahi ta'ala. One day he did not have anything to cook and celebrate Mawlid al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So what he did, he had a chana. So he roasted that chana and he put in front of him. Praise the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He celebrated Mawlid. Remember, celebration does not mean you have to scream and open the cold drink and this and that and happy birthday and this and that. It's not really a celebration. Celebration means you say Subhanallah, MashaAllah, Subhanallah, Durud Sharif. Not, this is also celebration. This is also commemoration. He praised him, he commemorated the Mawlid Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The same night when he slept, he had a dream and he saw and he made ziyarat of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And what he saw, the same plate is in front of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and the roasted chana was in that plate, and Rasulullah was playing with that chana, touching that chana and said, "Oh Sheikh, what kind gift you send this time?" But remember, it's not like same we just say. It looks like, for example, pomegranate is the fruit of Jannah. Am I right? Am I right? So you can't say the same pomegranate what you got now in your hand, it's the same like Jannah. No, this only misal he gave. You will have the pomegranate like pomegranate, but the taste will be different. Taste will be different. Look, okay, similar is here and there, but the taste will be completely different. That's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. He grants the risk. And remember, when you eat food here, you have to go for the nature calls. Am I right? Just want to mention to you, just to understand that whatever. If someone in his grave and he received the same tabarruk, Fatiha, whatever, it is our aqidah. That whatever you make Fatiha on it, the same risk, same food goes to the marhum. So if somebody can ask you, Maulana, that if we eat, we have to go to nature calls, then how they do? But remember one thing, as I mentioned, the same food does not the same rice and biryani goes. Form of that rice and biryani. But remember, when you're going to eat food in Jannah will you eat food? Or you don't want to go Jannah? MashaAllah, say inshallah. Or you say, Maulana, want us to die quickly. Don't worry. Why you worried? Whenever time comes, you have to go. So when you die, you will enter Jannah, inshallah. Say inshallah. When you enter Jannah, you will eat food of Jannah. You will eat food of Jannah. When you eat food, what is going to happen there? Will nature call will come there? No. You know what will happen there in Jannah? You will just slightly will burp, finish. That is, again you can eat. That is the way concept of digesting food in Jannah and Akhirah. So likewise, in Barzakh also, if somebody received that food, he will eat according to how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to feed him. So they receive بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ يُرْزَقُونَ. They receive sustenance by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So don't think they are dead. In fact, they have more consciousness than us. like how we have now in this world. Because we in this world, we see, we hear, we talk from our physical body. And when after the demise, when they test the death, they talk, they see, they hear through the power of Ruh. And Ruh is more powerful than our body. Understood? Say Subhanallah. So don't say they are dead, they are alive. After that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala surely will test you with fear, from hunger, from fear, from the losses of wealth. He will test you with the losses of your family members, children, with your lives. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test you. Ulama and Mufassirin have mentioned that Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, this verse exactly applies on the life of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. He was tested by the fear. He was tested with hunger. He was tested with the lives of children. He was tested with the losses of wealth. The loss of wealth. Everything. He migrated from Madinah al-Munawwara, came to Makkah al-Mukarramah. He left Makkah al-Mukarramah, and then he was going to Kufa. When he was going to Kufa, Imam Muslim bin Aqil radiyallahu ta'ala was martyred by Ibn Ziyad, Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad. When they killed Imam Muslim bin Aqil radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was unaware of all this situation. He left Makkah al-Mukarramah. He left Makkah al-Mukarramah with his family members, and some of the lovers of Ahlul Bayt were with him. Almost 32 people. Different narration. 32, 52 people have mentioned. He left with these people. This caravan was going towards Kufa with his wife, children, daughter, nieces, nephews, his sisters. He was going towards Kufa. While he was on his way, he told Hazrat Qais radiallahu ta'ala anhu that, "Oh Qais, you must go and check what is happening in Kufa. Go and tell us what is happening." Hazrat Qais radiallahu ta'ala, he went to check what is happening. And you know what they did after they killing Imam Muslim bin Aqil radiallahu ta'ala? They put everywhere checkpost. No one can enter Kufa without passing them. So they put checkpoints everywhere, checkposts in all the ways which used to go to Kufa. So they got Hazrat Qais radiallahu ta'ala, they found out that he is going to check what is happening. And they took him to Ibn Ziyad. When they took him to Ibn Ziyad, Hazrat Qais radiallahu ta'ala went. Ibn Ziyad said, take him on the roof of the governor's house, and said, okay, now you must swear Hussain bin Ali, and must say Kadhab ibn Kadhab ma'azallah. They said, Ibn Ziyad said to that person, as the base, you must say that liar, son of liar, Hussain bin Ali, I curse upon him. And you must tell people that don't support this, that. And the Qais radiallahu ta'ala said, this is a good opportunity for me. At least I can communicate with people. I can say whatever I want to say. Because they were not allowing him. So he went on the roof of governor's house. And then he screamed. Then he said, the truthful person, son of truthful person, Hussain bin Ali, he's the true leader. He's coming on his way towards Kufa. O people of Kufa, remain firm. You people invited Hussain bin Ali. You people invited. So he is coming. Please support him. When they heard that he's talking and supporting Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, and he's talking good about Imam Hussain, same time Ibn Ziyad told his people to lift him up and throw him on the floor. So they just threw on top, then he fell down. Then after that, they killed Hazrat al-Qais radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he became shaheed. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. After that, Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was on his way. And he wanted to know what is happening. Nobody's coming, nobody's bringing message. And while he was there, he reached the place called Bayda, Maqam Bayda. While he was there, Hur bin Yazid, by the name of person, by the name of Hur bin Yazid, he came with 1,000 army, 1,000 people. And he stopped in front of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, where Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala placed his tent, his maki, everything, his khema. He also told all his army, please place your tent also here. He never said anything to Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. He was just watching what he's doing. So as Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala wanted to move towards Kufa, Hur bin Yazid, he came in front of Imam Hussain, said, he made salam with Hur. Hur made salam to Imam Hussain. After salam alaikum salam, Imam Hussain said, I want to go to Kufa. He said, I got message from Ibn Ziyad that I must not allow you to enter Kufa. But he did not tell me to fight with you, so I'm not going to fight with you anything. But he said to me that I must not allow you to enter Kufa, and I must watch you, I must observe you, what are you doing. But there was some discussion took place between Imam Hussain and Hur, who never said anything. The Salah time came. Imam Hussain asked Hur, there's Salah time, now I want to read Salah. Would you like to join me or you read your own? Hur bin Yazid said, no, I will join you, I will read behind you. Allah Akbar. The one namaz, he read behind Imam Hussain. After Zohar Asr time came, again Imam Hussain asked him, would you like to join me or you read your own? Hur said, no, I will join you, I will read behind you. 2 salahs he read behind Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. Remember Hur bin Yazid, he was very respectful towards Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. And he read namaz behind Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. He was honest person. Allahu Akbar. That's why later on he left the army of Yazid and he joined Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. Look at the barakat of reading namaz behind Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. Subhanallah. Anyways, they were having discussion. Some of narrators, they mentioned that Hur requested Imam Hussain, please Imam, you go away from here. I don't want to capture you and I don't want to follow the command of Ibn Ziyad and take you in front of Ibn Ziyad or this and that. I respect you, I love you. Please don't allow me to do this. Just you go from here. After 1-2 days when they were going on the way, but they were not allowing Imam Hussain and caravan to enter, so they were just going, other side. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was told by Hur that please, during the night, please, when everybody's sleeping, you take your caravan and you go away. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala said, no, I will not go. First he said, no, I will go to Kufa. He said, no, please. While they're going on their way, they reached one place. And Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala asked his disciples, his companions, what place is this? What is the name of this place? Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was told that, oh Imam, this place called Karbala. This place called Karbala. When he heard the name of Karbala, then he realized that my grandfather said already that I'm going to become Shaheed in Karbala. So after that he said, this is the place of the Karbin wa Balain. This is the place of pain and musibah and calamity. And he said, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides and His divine plan is going to happen. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala was requested by Hur, that Hur said, please Imam, you go away from here. 3 days, Imam Hussein, 3 nights, Imam Hussein radiallahu tried to leave that place. Whole night he was traveling, but in the morning when sun is rise, they used to found themselves the same place where they began the journey. So Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala knew that this is the place my shahada going to take place. Now, another place, another side, Amr bin Sa'ad, who was the son of Hazrat Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas radiallahu ta'ala. He was going some different mission. Ibn Ziyad, he wrote letter to Amr bin Sa'ad and said, you can go to that mission. Later on, first you have to go and sort out this matter of Hussein bin Ali. Go and sort this issue out, and after that you can collect your governorship later, we'll give you. Go and first sort out with Hussein bin Ali. Allahu Akbar. Amr bin Sa'ad requested him, please don't put me in that problem. I don't want to get involved with that problem. I'm going towards present day Tehran, Ray, we call Ray. So don't put me in that trouble, that problem. Please leave me. He said, no. If you don't want to fight, if you don't want to sort this problem out with Imam Hussein, then give me, I'm picking back what we told you that we are going to give you the governorship of Ray, governorship of Tehran. So you won't be the governor of Tehran. He said, no, let me think. He thought one day he thought, what should I do? And after that, nafs came over aql. Two things remember. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave aql and shahwa, nafs, to us. If you control shahwa, nafs, with your aql, then you are better than an angel. And if nafs controls your aql and mind, then you are worse than an animal. Imam Ghazali said this. Now you have to think what you're doing. Don't let come nafs over your aql. Nafs must not come over your aql. And here Amr bin Sa'ad, father was Sahabi Rasul, one of the 10 people, those who received the tidings of Jannah, his father was amongst them, Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas. But look at the son. You know Abu Jahl? Everybody knows Abu Jahl, huh? Everybody knows Abu Jahl? Everybody knows Abu Jahl. The son of Abu Jahl, Ikramah, is a Sahabi Rasul. Abu Jahl is the enemy of Rasul. He was the enemy of Rasulullah. But his own son, Ikramah, he was Sahabi Rasul. Ikramah bin Abu Jahl. Allahu Akbar. This is the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whomsoever Allah wants to guide, He guides. Allah की खुफिया तदबीर से हमेशा पनाह मांगनी चाहिए. We must seek refuge from the divine plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we don't know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote in our taqdeer. We don't know, are we going to die with iman or with kufr? We don't know. That's why we must not feel proud and show off on our actions, our good deeds, because we don't know the end. What is our end? That's why we should make dua all the time that, oh Allah, grant all of us the kalima when we departing from this world. Grant all of us tawfiq to read kalima when we depart in this world. If you departed from this world with iman, then all your worship, whatever actions you have done, that will benefit you. वरना आपका ना रोजा काम आएगा, ना ज़कात काम आएगा, ना हज काम आएगा, charity, etc. Whatever you have done will not benefit you if you left this world without iman. Just imagine what was happening here in Karbala. Who was Shimr? He was the brother-in-law of Imam Mawla Ali radiallahu ta'ala. One of the wives' brother. Was Mawla Ali's wife's brother, not the wife's brother. Amr bin Sa'ad, son of Hazrat Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas. There were many people those who were relative and family to one another. But look at how nafs took over. And what happened? Because of position, because of wealth, because of they were fear of their lives, they supported Yazid, they supported Ziyad, and they left Imam Hussein alone. Anyways, quickly I would like to mention, because I know you get tired also, quickly, and we little bit, we don't want to hear, we always want to listen to miracles and, this and that. That's how our mindset. So I don't want to go in many details. Anyway, on the second Muharram, on 61 Hijri, on the day also mentioned, ulama, Allah knows best what is the day, but we say it's the Thursday it is mentioned. That second Muharram, Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he reached Karbala. And he mentioned, هذا موضع كرب وبلاء هذا مناخ ركابنا ومحط رحالنا ومقتل رجالنا. He mentioned this is the place of Karb and Bala, and this is the place where we are going to descend and we are going to sit here, we are going to put our tents and etc. And our animals, they are going to sit in this place. And then he said further, وَمَقْتَلُ رِجَالِنَا, and this is the place where our people, our friends will be killed and become martyred, shaheed. He mentioned that in Urdu, Shair says very beautifully, what he says, दुश्मन यहाँ पे खून हमारा बहाएंगे, जिंदा यहाँ से हम न कभी फिर के जाएंगे, आले नबी का होगा इसी जा पे इम्तिहान, सब तिश्न लब यहाँ पे सर अपना कटाएंगे, करबो बला है नाम इसी सर जमीन का, बच्चे यहाँ पे पानी का कतरा न पाएंगे, होगा हर एक शहीद यहाँ मुस्तफा का लाल, होगा हर एक शहीद यहाँ मुस्तफा का लाल, और लाश कत्ल गाह से हम सबकी लाएंगे. This is the place. They knew already the scenario, situation. This is the place Karbala. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala, he knew this is the place where these people are going to kill our family members, our friends. And this is the place, is my final destination. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala, he settled down. And then Amr bin Sa'ad, he responded to Ibn Ziyad that, okay, I'm going to fight with Hussein bin Ali, I'm going on that mission. And he came to see Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. Because remember, he was the son of Hazrat Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas radiallahu ta'ala anhu. So he had a little bit understanding. He said, no, let me talk to Imam Hussein. And he came to Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And he said, I want to talk to you. And they had a meeting. Amr bin Sa'ad and Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhu responded him and told him that I did not come here to fight with Ibn Ziyad or Yazid. I did not proclaim myself that I am a Khalifa. Understand? Imam Hussein did not say that I am the Khalifa in front of Yazid. Some people, they say, Imam Hussein, ma'azallah, he was rebel. What they say, he was a rebel. Because everything was okay. Yazid was Khalifa after the death of Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala, then why Imam Hussein went against him? Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala who did not stand against him, did not say that I'm the Khalifa of Islam or I'm the Khalifa of Muslims. No. People of Kufa, those who call Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala, and they requested that they want to accept, that they want to take bay'ah on the hand of Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. So remember, do not, if somebody accuses Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, don't accept. If somebody accuses Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, no need to accept. Say no, Imam Hussain never do wrong. Imam Hussain was the son of Mawla Ali, grandson of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they were very purified people, and they were honest people, family members of Rasulullah. They will never ever do wrong. Why Imam Hassan radiallahu ta'ala compromised President Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala? If he wanted position, he had army, everything, but he did not want bloodshed. He did not want bloodshed. That's why he gave compromise. He says no. So how can Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, he lived under the guardianship of Imam Hassan radiallahu ta'ala after the demise of Mawla Ali radiallahu ta'ala, how can he do wrong? So Mawla Ali said to Amr bin Sa'ad that I did not come here, I did not proclaim myself that I am the Khalifa, and I do this, I do that, I want this. No, people of Kufa invited me, so that's why I'm going to people of Kufa. That was the situation. And Amr bin Sa'ad, according to narration, they had a meetings 2-3 times, but there was no result. But what Amr bin Sa'ad was asking, he said, no, you must go and accept Yazid as a Khalifa. He was trying to convince him. Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, he was trying to convince Hazrat Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. Look at Amr bin Sa'ad. Because he wanted to become governor of Ray and Tehran. He was selfish. He was worried about his governorship. So he was trying to avoid this problem here with Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. But Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, he answered that I'm not going to accept, I'm not going to take bay'ah of Yazid. That's why he said Sardar, he sacrificed his life, but he never gave his hand. Imam Hussain did not give his hand in the hand of Yazid. He gave his head, but he never gave his hand. He remained firm, because how can you give hand in the hand of so-and-so person who drinks alcohol, and by force he became Amir of Muslims? He don't deserve to be a leader of Muslim Ummah. How can you, and especially remember one thing, there are two types of people. There are two types of people. One category of people is an ordinary people. Those who don't know the Masail, Sharia, Deen, this and that. So if anything happens in community and society, then this second category people, they are not answered in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first category is the ulama. If anything happens wrong in community, in our society, ulama's responsibility to raise their voice. Even against the government, even against the hukuma, ulama should raise their voice, and must inform people that this is happening in our community and society, which is wrong. Please stay away from this problem. You are not responsible by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you don't stand and say you are not responsible, but if we don't stand, we are answering the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imam Hussain was the most learned person. Imam did not take bay'ah of so-and-so person who is not greater than me. I mean, obviously in ibadat, namaz, piety, taqwa. And he is not pious. He is not okay. If he is not greater than me, he's fine. But at least he can be a pious. He can be a learned person who can prevail haram. Yazid did the same thing. Remember that Yazid, we not ma'azallah, we have any personal problems, or maybe Banu Umayyah problem, or that problem, or this problem. No. We have nothing to do with all these things. We just want to know why Yazid allowed and why he commanded his people, or his army, Ibn Ziyad, his governors, to kill Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. That is our problem. That is, we have problem. And that is why we stick with our problem. We don't cross the limit. We don't talk bad about Hazrat Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. Hazrat Muawiyah Sahabi, we respect. And we have to respect Hazrat Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. Each and every Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, each and every companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we have to respect. But what Yazid has done, there is no respect for Yazid. The person, maybe the son of Hazrat Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, Nuh alayhi salam, a prophet of Allah, but his son is kafir, no respect for his son. Respect for his father. Abu Jahl, there's a no respect for him, but his son was a Sahabi, accepted Islam, there's a respect for him. So this is a criteria. You understand? This is you can say also together, this is the criteria. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala did not accept. After that, what happened? Amr bin Sa'ad said, okay, if you don't accept, then unfortunately we have to force you. If you don't accept, then we have to fight with you. And what happened? They brought water and they announced that the family of Hussein, the people of Hussein, they are not allowed to take water from the river of Furat in Karbala. They stopped water. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he never said anything. Amr bin Sa'ad, he sent Amr bin Hajjaj with 500 people, 500 army. Amr bin Sa'ad sent to Amr bin Hajjaj with 500 army and said, now you stand in front of Furat, the river of Furat, and don't let them take water from here. So Amr bin Hajjaj, when he came there, he looked at Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala and his people, and he said, can you see this river? He is addressing Imam Hussain. Can you see this river? He said, our animals will drink water from here, but you will not get water from here. Allah. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, what he said, he made dua. Allahumma qtulhu atashan wa la taghfir lahu abadan. Oh Allah, kill him with the dust and do not forgive him forever. He made dua. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. When he made dua, Allahu Akbar, his dua, Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was mustajab al-da'awat. Whatever dua he used to make, Allah used to accept. Allahu Akbar. When he made this dua, Allah kill this person with the dust. So what happened after that? On which horse he was sitting, he just moved a little bit or shook a little bit. Then one leg of his came out of his rikab and that horse started running. So one leg was in the zee and one leg and the horse started running. So whole ground the horse was running and pulling him, and he was stop. Then some people came and they stopped that horse, and he said, Atash, he says, I'm thirsty, please give me water. So people brought a bag of water and they put in his mouth. Water was going in his mouth, but he was still saying, Atash, thirst. He was just screaming, I'm feeling thirsty. He said, Atash, is thirst, please put water. Water was going in his throat, but always remember, water does not quench our thirst. Water does not quench our thirst. Water is only mean and source to quench our thirst, but reality is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who quench our thirst. If Allah wants to feed you without anything, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can fill your stomach. You believe that? Alhamdulillah. Everything is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, oh my Sahaba, don't fast continuously without breaking iftar, without making iftar and sahri. make iftar and sahri. Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, but we see you, you don't eat anything. Rasulullah said, don't look at me. When I sleep, my Rabb feed me and my Rabb quench my thirst. So don't look at apparently I'm not eating or drinking, so you also follow me. No. Rasulullah said, Ayyukum misli. Tum mein kaun hai jo mere misli? Who's amongst you like me? He said, when I sleep, my Rabb, he says, he quench my thirst and he feed me. So if Allah wants to quench your thirst, even without water also Allah can quench. But this is the mean and source. That person, water was going in his throat, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted the dua of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. He died by saying water, and he died. Now you must be thinking, why Imam Hussain radiallahu never made dua? They must destroy. Am I right? If you and I, if we're traveling somewhere, I'll give you an example, okay? If we're traveling somewhere, and if police come in front, and we see roadblock, and we know that we got fines. Huh? Some people are smiling, mashallah. इसका मतलब fines है आपके ऊपर. You got fines. So, for example, if there's a roadblock and they're standing with, what you call the cameras and this and that, they're checking your license and number plate, what you make dua? Wallah, make them blind. Believe me, make them blind so they must not see. So I must go nicely. Huh? You and I don't make dua that if they catch me, Allah grant me sabr. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for me. We don't make dua. We say Allah make them blind, finish them, destroy them. But remember, those who are awliya Allah, they are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they see the mahfuz, the secret tablet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They know what is taqdeer is written, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote for us in His taqdeer, in His divine, His sacred tablet, lawh mahfuz. So they don't make dua and say no change, no. They say, no, Allah grant us sabr and grant us steadfastness. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala did not make dua, oh Allah send adab upon these people. No. You got my point what I'm saying? He did not say that. Why? He said people must see who is on haqq. And for haqq, if you are on haqq, you have to sacrifice. If you say you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you have to go through test. You have to go through test. You can't say you love Allah and you don't want to be tested. No, you have to be tested. And that is why Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, no one made dua to remove this problem. No. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, only he made dua for that person who insulted Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala and Ahlul Bayt. You can stop water, no problem. Then why are you insulting us that you say that our animals will drink water from this froth, this river, but you and your family will not get one drop of water from this river? Allahu Akbar. Anyways, after that, they were forcing Imam Hussain to accept the bay'ah. The first person, Amr bin Sa'ad, he was the unfortunate person, badbakht we can say, who came in the field of Karbala and he took the arrow and he threw towards the tent of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, and he said to his army, O people, you people are my witness, be witness, and said, I am the first person who threw the arrow towards the tent of Imam Hussain bin Ali radiallahu anhu. He was the first unfortunate person, badbakht, who threw the arrow towards the tent of Imam Hussain radiallahu anhu. After that, people came and they started calling, and Imam Hussein's, the friends, his companions, those who came with him, they went and they fought and they sacrificed their lives. When all his companions, disciples, they became shaheed. Then after that, Imam Muslim bin Aqil radiallahu ta'ala, his one son, Hazrat Abdullah bin Muslim, he was with Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. He came And he asked permission, said, "Oh Imam, oh my uncle, give me permission. I want to fight with these people. These people, they killed my father, Muslim, bin Aqil. So, oh my uncle, please allow me to go and fight." He went, he fought, he killed a few Yazidis. After that, you know what they used to do? One person in front of 1,000 people. There was no, jang mein bhi barabari hoti hai. There was no comparison. One person, he used to call one by one, but people used to see these people are family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the family of Mawla Ali radiyallahu ta'ala, family of Aqil, family of Ja'far. They knew these people are Banu Hashim. These people are family of Hashim, Banu Hashim. One by one, if you go, they will kill 100,000 people. They got the blood of Banu Hashim in their body. One by one, if you go, they will kill everybody. So they used to plan, go 500 people. 500 people, they used to come and surround him. They used to throw arrows and spears. And that's how they used to kill the children of Imam Muslim radiallahu anhu, Abdullah bin Muslim radiallahu ta'ala, and the children of Imam Aqil bin Abi Talib radiallahu ta'ala was Ja'far bin Aqil, Abdurrahman bin Aqil. Ja'far bin Aqil, Abdurrahman bin Aqil, these two sons of Aqil bin Abi Talib radiallahu ta'ala also were killed in Karbala. After the martyrdom of Abdullah bin Muslim, Ja'far bin Aqil, Abdurrahman bin Aqil, Allahu Akbar, the Mawla Ali's other children, they came. Mawla Ali's other children, the cousins of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. The first son of Mawla Ali with other wife, his name was Abu Bakr bin Ali. Second name was Umar bin Ali. Third son's name was, these are the sons of Mawla Ali. These are the sons of Mawla Ali. Mawla Ali married after Bibi Fatima to another, he married. So these sons are from other mother. They are stepbrothers of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. They are stepbrothers of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. But what Mawla Ali kept the name? Abu Bakr bin Ali, Abu Bakr. Second son name was Umar. Third son name was Usman. Fourth son's name was Ja'far. Abu Bakr bin Ali, Umar bin Ali, Usman bin Ali, and Ja'far bin Ali. People say Abu Bakr never used to like Abu Bakr. Siddiq, Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala. If he does not like, he never used to like Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala. Why he gave name of Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala to his own son? People say Mawla Ali never used to like Umar bin Khattab, but some people say Abu Bakr and Umar, they oppressed Mawla Ali and Bibi Fatima. Some people say that Abu Bakr and Umar, they oppressed Mawla Ali and Bibi Fatima. And here Mawla Ali keeping the name of Abu Bakr and Umar and Osman. Four sons, four cousins, stepbrothers of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, Abu Bakr, Umar, Osman, and Ja'far bin Ali radiallahu ta'ala majma'in. They also were with Imam Hussain and they sacrificed their life in Karbala. After the sons of Mawla Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, now the sons of Imam Hassan radiallahu ta'ala. The sons of Imam Hassan radiallahu ta'ala, eldest son, elder brother of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. The eldest son of Imam Hassan by the name of Abdullah bin Hassan. Second one was Qasim bin Hassan. And listen, third one was Umar bin Hassan. And fourth one was Abu Bakr bin Hassan. Look at Imam Hassan. He also kept his son's name Umar and Abu Bakr. But here, Abu Bakr was younger than Umar. Imam Hassan Mushtaba radiallahu ta'ala. So, you can understand there was no problem between Ahlul Bayt and Abu Bakr or Umar or Usman. Alhamdulillah. There was no problem. This fitna created by Yahud. This fitna created, this dispute created in Ummah. So understand that Sahaba and Ahlul Bayt, they used to love one another. And Ahlul Bayt used to love. Because without the love of Ahlul Bayt, Iman is incomplete. And Sahaba knew that. Sahaba knew that the love of Ahlul Bayt is important. That's why Sahaba, they used to love Ahlul Bayt. And that's why we also love Ahlul Bayt. So sons of Imam Hassan and Mushtaba, one of the son Qasim bin Hassan, he was fixed with Imam Hussein's daughter. He was future son-in-law of Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Qasim bin Hassan. When Abdullah bin Hassan, he became Shaheed, Qasim bin Hassan came and said, oh my chacha, my uncle, allow me to go now, I can't see now. Imam Hussein said, oh my nephew or son, you are my future son-in-law. How can I allow you to go and die? Qasim bin Hassan said, oh my uncle, many years ago, once my father gave me a small piece of paper, and he put in the leather bag, small leather bag pocket. And there's a leather packet, okay, pocket, whatever. And he gave me and he put me in my neck. Or he said, keep it by you. When you see the most difficult time in your life, open that packet or that leather bag and read this piece of paper. Hazrat Qasim bin Hassan say, oh my uncle, oh Chacha Jan, Ya Ammi, I never seen most difficult time in my life than this day. Oh my uncle, I opened that small pocket, the leather bag, and when I opened that piece of paper, it was written in that piece of paper, O Qasim, when you find my brother Hussein in difficulty, you must support him, you sacrifice your life upon him. So Qasim bin Hassan said, already my father knew about this, that's why he wrote and he sent me message, he wrote a message for me that I must sacrifice my life upon you, O my uncle, please allow me. And Qasim bin Hassan, he took the permission from his uncle Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu, he went. At the Qasim bin Hassan, remember, the family of Rasulullah, whenever they went in Karbala, in front of these Yazidis, everyone, for Itmam Hujjat, you know, tomorrow they will not say, no, we didn't know this was the family of Rasulullah. Everyone, they inform them that we are the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have blood in our body, the blood of Mawla Ali radiallahu ta'ala. Oh people, we still warning you. We still warning you. Stop what you're doing with us. They warned them not only once, many times they warned them and said, please stop what you're doing with us. We are the family of Rasulullah. We're reminding you, our Nana, our grandfather is Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. But they never. And the same thing they did to the Qasim bin Hassan, Abdullah bin Hassan, Qasim bin Hassan, Umar bin Hassan, Abu Bakr bin Hassan. After one another, they became shaheed. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. When the family of Muslim, family of Imam Aqil bin Abi Talib, family of Mawla Ali, the children of Imam Hassan, they became shaheed. Now Hazrat Abbas, Alamdar, he was brother of Hazrat Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. He said, oh brother Hussein, I cannot see the dust of Sukaina. Because Sakina, his original name is Sukaina. Hazrat Abbas said, oh brother, please allow me to go and bring some water. Imam Hussein said, but how are you going to go? If you go near them, they will attack you. They will kill you. Abbas al-Amdar said, anyway, I have to give my life. I'm going to be killed. Abbas said, but brother, please allow me, I want to go. He took the water bottle, water bag, empty water bag, and he started going towards them. And you know, each and every member of Ahlul Bayt, they knew very well horse riding. They knew how to fight. And till now, I'm telling you, in some places, not everybody, but I met few family members of the Prophet ﷺ in India, Hyderabad side. You know what they said? Nowadays, obviously, is not arrow and bow. So nowadays, they know the shooting and everything. So they said, Maulana, how I know how to shoot from 200 meters, 300 meters. My wife also know, my mother also. इस तरीका था अहले बैत के लिए. They used to teach, they used to train them, military training. That is why the children of Ahlul Bayt, the children of Imam Hassan or Imam Hussein, when they used to come in battlefield Karbala, This whole Yazidi, there were 20,000, approximately 20,000 Yazidis. They used to get scared. And they used to come and they used to read Aashuraa. They used to read the couplets, They used to say, people, see who I am. I'm the son of Hussein or son of Hassan. He's a son of Mawla Ali, the lion of Allah. When they used to say this, Yazidi, they used to run away from them. It's not, when you say something, they call rich ziki ash'ar padna. जब rich ziki जब ash'ar पढ़ते थे, उन ash'ar से ही बहुत यजीदी भाग जाते थे, डर जाते थे. ये तो हम इनसे क्या लड़ेंगे? ये नसब में भी आला, इल्म में भी आला, हर चीज में आला, फैमिली भी इनकी आला, ऐसी आला कि बाप अली, दादा अली, दादी फातिमा और परदादा रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम. अब सोचें कि कैसा मामला था. तो ये अहले बैत के जब फर्द मैदान में कारज़ार में आते तो इनके अशआर सुनकर ही बहुत से भाग के चले जाते. लेकिन हिम्मत चाहिए. आज हम हैं, हमारे बच्चे ऐसे हैं. Our children, I'm telling you, if 2-3 people come with guns, our people will cry, or maybe they scared for 2 years. Because our people, our children are not mentally ready for this. Our children don't know how to tackle the problems. I'm telling you honestly. One of my friends, there was a problem a few years back. I don't want to mention name, but I'm telling you. 2-3 years, this is still my children remember. And they moved house from there. And they moved from that house, they went somewhere else to stay. But what I'm saying, our children are ready to take this problem. If somebody comes, how to tackle, how to handle, what to do. Our children are mentally not ready. So how our children are going to face this difficulty if Dajjal comes? So if you have to take the part army of Imam Mahdi radiallahu ta'ala, how our children are going to do? We are weak. We don't want to die. Why we don't want to die? Because we want to live in dunya forever, because so much nice dunya. Dunya is very nice. We said dunya is very nice. You want to live 100 years, 200 years here. Luxury. Our children, they don't know how to fight mentally, physically. They know only what car speed, what speed can drive. Engine is so and so, tires se hota hai, rims this, that. Only our children know this. They know the names of cars. They know what engine you put there, but they don't know if any difficulty or calamity comes. If your father or your mother, if our father and mother difficulty or calamity or problem, how are we going to deal? How are we going to protect our father? Or what should we do that time? You understand what I'm saying? Look at the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the children of Imam Hassan, children of Mawla Ali, children of Hazrat Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. They wanted to sacrifice. After Hazrat Abbas al-Amdar radiallahu ta'ala, he went, and however he reached to the river of Furat, he filled the water bottle. After that he carried on his back and he wanted to take one sip of water and drink. Then he remembered the dust of Fatima Sukaina radiallahu ta'ala. Allah Akbar. But he took one sip of water, but he never drank. He threw the water and said, no, I will drink water when I quench the dust of my niece Sukaina radiallahu ta'ala. Now he was coming back. The Amr bin Hajjaj was the leader, was the commander, appointed commander, the Amr bin Hajjaj. He said, oh people, oh army, don't let Abbas take water from here. If he take the water bottle from the Furat, then it will be difficult for all of us to fight with Hussein bin Ali radiallahu ta'ala. अगर पानी चला गया तो ये तो अहले बैत के खेमे में जान आ जाएगी. अहले बैत के खेमे में तो ताजगी पैदा हो जाएगी और फिर वो जिंदगी मिल जाएगी और उसके बाद ये सब को खत्म कर देंगे, पानी जाने नहीं देना. और उसके बाद after that they attacked Hazrat Abbas radiallahu ta'ala. Hazrat Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, he was the son of Mawla Ali, Sher Khuda, lion of Allah. He started fighting. Came 20-30 army against him. He was fighting and he was riding as well. And after that, they threw spear, and he was holding water bottle in his back with hand. Then one hand, left hand, was cut. They attacked on his hand, left hand was cut. Then water bottle came on his right hand, so he was holding with right hand. He was fighting as well. Then he put in his neck that water bottle, and he was fighting, trying to fight. The attack on his right hand. Right hand also was cut. Then he was hanging the water bottle in his neck. He was holding with his teeth, but he was trying to go, Allah, but we don't even imagine how he was trying his level best to take water to Sukaina radiallahu ta'ala. Just imagine how he was battling, how he was fighting, striving to take this water, but somebody threw the spear, straight came through the water bottle and went in his chest, and he just said, Allahu Akbar, and after that he fell down. Shair says, पुकारे अब्बास ऐ सकीना, मैं पानी लाऊंगा खूब पीना, कटे हैं बाजू छिदा है सीना, अभी मेरा सर कटा नहीं है, हुसैन जैसा शहीद आज़म जहां में कोई हुआ नहीं है, छुरी के नीचे गला है लेके किसी से कोई गिला नहीं है. When Abbas fell down and he called his brother, Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. Imam Hussein ran and he brought the body of Imam Abbas radiallahu ta'ala. And Abbas was crying. He was not crying because of death. He was crying, oh Sukaina, I could not bring water for you. Allah Akbar. They sacrificed their lives. After Hazrat Abbas radiallahu ta'ala, look at Hazrat Sayyida Zainab radiallahu ta'ala, the sister of Imam Hussein. You know, when you are in difficulty nowadays, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins will leave you all alone. Am I right? Your brothers will leave you alone. Your sisters will leave you alone. Your cousins will leave you alone. Even own children also, they don't call you. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala, let me tell you one important thing. Before this battle starts, Imam Hussein called everybody, his family members and friends and companions. And he said, I'm going to blow off the candle. Please, whoever wants to come, whoever wants to go, is most welcome. Please go away from here because this is my problem, not your problem. And he blew the candle off. But when he burned candle again, nobody moved and nobody left Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. They said, oh Hussein, we came with you here. We will sacrifice our lives for you, but we will not leave you alone. Look at the sister. How much she used to love Hazrat Sayyida Zainab radiallahu ta'ala, how much she used to love Imam Hussein. She brought her own sons, two sons, Hazrat Muhammad and Aun. She brought her two young sons and she said, oh my brother Hussein, I don't have anything to give you, only I got two my sons. I want, please allow them to go and sacrifice their lives for you. Because I can't see killing you people, this Yazid is killing you in front of my eyes while I have sons. Hazrat Sayyida Zainab ने कहा कि मैं ये नहीं देख सकती कि मेरे बच्चे जिंदा हो और आप पर ये यजीदी हमला करे और आप शहीद हो जाइए. नहीं हो सकता है मेरे भाई, मुझे इजाजत दें, मेरे बच्चों को इजाजत दें. Allow my children to go and sacrifice. And Muhammad and Aun, two youngsters, they went in Karbala, they sacrificed their life for their uncle, for Mamu, Hazrat Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala, now his own son, Hazrat Ali Akbar. He was the resemblance of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ali Akbar came into the battlefield and he told everyone, the people of Yazid, the army of Yazid, oh people, look at me, I'm the son of Hussein, grandson of Mawla Ali. He said, I'm the grandson of Sayyida Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha. I'm the great-grandson of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said, oh people, look at my face, I'm still giving you chance. I'm still giving you chance. I'm requesting you, leave this place and go away from here. Don't kill the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How are you going to face the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam on the day of judgment? If Rasulullah, my great-grandfather will ask you, what have you done with my family in Karbala? How will you give answer to my grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? But you see the nafs again they came over. They attacked Imam Hazrat Ali Akbar radiallahu anhu. Ali Akbar was fighting. He killed many big soldiers. And in war, in battle, one person, he was very famous as wrestler. So Amr bin Sa'ad said, go and fight with Ali Akbar. He said, hey, I can't go and fight with this bacha, this youngster. I will not go. Then what he did, he called his son. He called his eldest son and said, go. And he said, kill this person. Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala, when that person's son, that wrestler's son came to fight with Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala, and alhamdulillah, Ali Akbar, he showed the tricks and he killed that one. When he killed that wrestler's son, he sent another son. So one after the other, he sent all his sons, he sent. And as the Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala, he killed them. Then after that, he was very furious and he came, Allahu Akbar. Mawla Hazrat Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Hazrat Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he saw that he is a very famous wrestler and very famous, wrestler, Pahilwan tha, bahut bada, he knew how to fight, how to take part in battle. He knew the tricks. He was a master, he was guru. But Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he came in front of him, Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala told him, you are such a big man, I heard about so and so. And you don't even know how to tie your zeen and recover. He said, where is that? What happened on my house? Then he came, chopped him. तो जब जीन कसना भी नहीं आती, जैसे जीन की तरफ देखा आपने एक वार किया करता रहा। Hazrat Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala, subhanallah. But after that, when they saw, Hazrat Ali Akbar was very thirsty. He came back to Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. He said, oh my father, give me a cup of water. If you give me a cup of water, he said, oh my father, I will kill all Yazidis. I will kill all army. Please give me a cup of water, a glass of water, just give me. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, when he saw that his son is very thirsty, Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, Allah Akbar, he placed his tongue in the mouth of Hazrat Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala, whatever he can suck. He sucked the blessed tongue of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, and after that he went again. That whatever dust, he quenched. He went again. And after that Imam Ali radiallahu ta'ala, Imam Hussain, he placed his ring. He had a ring in his hand, in his mouth. So at least he can feel some silver ring, so he can feel some, the mouth, it will be wet, mouth will be wet, not dry. Something, if you keep in your mouth, you will feel like your mouth is not dry. So he placed his ring as well in the mouth of Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala. Then again he went back, he fought, and after he was fighting, he also became shaheed. After him, as the Ali Akbar radiallahu ta'ala, the family, wife and women of the Ahlul Bayt, they requested, okay, Hussein, can you take Ali Asghar is very thirsty, he's a 6-month-old baby. Okay, people, they have problem with you. But this 6-month-old baby has done nothing to these people. Take this young baby Ali Asghar and request them to please give some drop of water. Just put some drop of water, don't give us water. Just place some drop of water in the throat of Ali Asghar radiallahu ta'ala, who was 6-month-old baby. But look at them, they were worse than kuffar. They were worse than kuffar. In Badr, Uhud, Hunayn, Khandaq, the Sahaba never seen this kind animosity. Look at a 6-month-old baby when Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu went and said, okay, you people are thirsty of my blood. You want to kill me. You have problem with me. What my 6-month-old baby has done. Please can you give some drop of water. Just place with your own hand and place some drop of water in the throat of Ali Asghar. But when Badbakht, he threw the arrow and he was holding Ali Asghar radiallahu ta'ala, came into the straight, that arrow came into the neck of Hazrat Ali Asghar radiallahu ta'ala. Just imagine, can we do with our enemies this? Wallahi, we don't even do this to our enemies. Either non-Muslims or anybody. We will not do this. At least we have humanity, raham, mercy. But these people, they went beyond that. Beyond the humanity, and they crossed that. Each and every limit. You know, the humanity also can feel shy to say that they were human beings. And just imagine, they were reading the kalima of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They were reading the kalima of their grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahu Akbar. These, when they saw, Imam Hussein saw that if they can kill my 6-month-old baby, then there is no hidayat in their receipt. That Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala went. And Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala, when he went, and before Imam Hussein, Hazrat Sayyidina Ali Awsat, Imam Zain al-Abidin came. He was sick. He could not even walk. Hazrat Sayyidina Zainab, and then they brought him. Hazrat Ali Awsat, Imam Zain al-Abidin said, oh my father, I want to go. Imam Hussein said, beta, you can't even walk. How are you going to fight with them? Let me go now. You stay with the family, with the ladies and women of Ahlul Bayt. At least one mahram will be with them. If anything happened to me, Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala gave nasiha to his family, his wife, his sister, his niece, the women of Ahlul Bayt. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala gave nasiha that if anything happens to me, please remain firm and make sabr. Don't scream and cry. Your voice must not go out of this khayma, this tent. He said, make sabr upon this musibah. And Imam Hussein said, remember, when you people go to Madinatul Munawwara, back to Madinatul Munawwara, please inform everything to Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Inform my grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam what this Yazidi have done to us. And he wore the jubbah of Mawla Ali. He took the sword of Mawla Ali. He placed the imam of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He came in battlefield, and he again, last time, he said again, oh people, I'm reminding you that I'm the grandson of Rasulullah. I'm still telling you, I'm giving you last chance. After killing, can you give chance to someone? After killing your sons, will you give chance someone, your enemies? After killing your niece and your nephews and your cousins and your brothers, will you give still chance? But look at the heart of Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. Imam Hussein said, I'm still giving you chance. I'm still giving you chance. Repent. Leave us alone. I will forgive you. मैं अभी भी तुम्हें माफ करने के लिए तैयार हूं. मैं तुम्हें माफ करता हूं. लेकिन फिर भी तुम्हें कहोगे बाहर आ जाओ. Stay away. But what happened? The same thing. There was no hidayat for them. They attacked Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. Finally, Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala also was killed. Shimr, by the name of Shimr. And Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala was informed by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala was informed by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the person who will kill you, he will have white marks on his body. When Shimr came and sat on his chest, Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala saw on his right hand there was a white marks, and he said, while he's sitting on his chest, Imam Hussein said, Sadaqa Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, my grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said the truth. And he said, who's going to kill me? And he gave me the sign. I can see the sign. Then after that, he slaughtered the neck of Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. And after that, they took the blessed head of Rasulullah, Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. And they were they were insulting the body of Yazid Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. But family members, they came and they took the body of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. We can imagine whole family, women, sisters, cousins, daughters, everybody was crying. And Imam Zayn al-Abidin radiallahu ta'ala was supporting them and giving them nasiyah, please make sabr, don't raise a voice. After that, they took the head of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. They took the head of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu. After killing Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu, what they did, that is that is worse than what they have done in Karbala. Allahu Akbar. They took the blessed head of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they put on a spear. And they were showing everybody, see, rebel who came against Ma'azallah. They words I'm mentioning to understand what they were saying about Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala anhu and what they were calling Yazid. They said the rebel who came against Amir al-Mu'mineen, Yazid, is killed and destroyed. Ma'azallah. Say Ma'azallah. Say Ma'azallah. They were calling Yazid Amir al-Mu'mineen, and they were calling liar to Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, rebel to Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, was the grandson of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala, who was the grandson of Rasulullah sallallahu, son of Hazrat Mawla Ali and Bibi Fatima radiallahu ta'ala. And they put on a spear, they were showing and they were dancing, and they wanted to show that, see what we have done. We succeeded. What succeeded? These people, Yazid, is destroyed the Aashuraa. Till the Qiyamah, each and every Muslim, they will curse upon them. We are sitting here after 1400 years and we curse upon them. So who succeeded? Who succeeded? Yazid or Yazidi armies or Hussain bin Ali or Ahl al-Bayt? The answer is yours. You know, Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala and the family of Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala sallam, they sacrificed their lives. But alhamdulillah, till now and till Qiyamah, we will praise Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. We will praise Ahlul Bayt, inshallah. My book is there. Read the Sharif, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina. Just give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And Niyaz is here. Because I was waiting for Niyaz also. Niyaz, alhamdulillah, came. So I am going to conclude very quickly. Please don't go. Just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, inshallah, I'm going to conclude. What happened after that? The head of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was taken to Yazid. Was taken to Ibn Ziyad. First was taken to Ibn Ziyad. And Ibn Ziyad, when the head of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was presented to Ibn Ziyad. Ibn Ziyad, he had a stick in his hand. He had a stick in his hand. And the head of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala was in prayer. He was hitting with the stick on the blessed lips of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. He was touching the blessed lips, nose and cheek of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala with the stick. Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, whose head was in front of Ibn Ziyad, and it was in his court, in his royal court, in his darbar, was presented the head of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala. When he was doing this insulting was with the head of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala, there was a companion of the Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam who was sitting in that gathering by the name of Zayd bin Arqam radiallahu ta'ala. By the name of Zayd bin Arqam. He was very old. When Zayd bin Arqam, Sahabi radiallahu ta'ala, he saw what Ibn Ziyad is doing with the head of Imam Hussain, he screamed and he said, "Oh Ibn Murjana, don't touch the lips of Imam Hussain, the head of Imam Hussain, or face of Imam Hussain." He said, "I have seen with my own eyes Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to kiss the lips of Imam Hussain radiallahu ta'ala." He said, oh, it was his kunniya also, Ibn Ziyad. So when he screamed and he shouted at him, Ibn Ziyad said, "You are so old, you've gone mad. You don't know how to talk, otherwise I would have killed you. You are so old, but I'm leaving you. Get out from here. And Hazrat Zayd bin Arqam radiallahu ta'ala went away from there. When this head after Ibn Ziyad, this head he sent to Yazid. It was sent that head to Yazid. And there are many miracles also took place. Remember, apparently the head was not with body. The head was not with body. But Ruh was alive. Ruh was alive. So people have seen the lips of Imam Hussein are still moving on the spear. The lips of Imam Hussein were still moving. And some people heard that he was reading the Quran, the Holy Quran. That is a miracle we call. That is a miracle. But when you remain firm on Deen and steadfastness on Deen, after that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with highest rank in his court. The Maratib, highest rank in his court. So that is a miracle. But anyway, the miracle is not bigger than steadfastness or istiqamat. Istiqamat is bigger than miracle. What he sacrificed his life, what he has seen, what Yazid is done to Imam Hussein radiallahu anhu and his family, that is biggest karamat. Seeing all these difficulties and still remain firm on Deen. Still he never gave his hand and say, okay, I accept Yazid as an Amir. He could say that, I accept Yazid as an Amir, but he sacrificed Sardad, Nadad, Dast Yazid. Sardad, Sar de diya, Haat nahi diya. He never gave his hand. He gave his head, he never gave hand. Sardad, Nadad, Dast Yazid, Haqqa ke bina ila ila astu say. Yazid also, he insulted the blessed head of Rasulullah, Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. And he called everyone, women, ladies, everyone, and they said, cry, make noise that like you're upset and you don't like this. So show off that, I'm also sad, I'm not happy with this incident. Although everything was done by Yazid. Everything was done by the command of Yazid. And now Yazid was acting like, no, I'm not happy what Ibn Ziyad did. You're not supposed to do this. I never sent him, He was trying to protect himself. But everybody knows. Till now, everyone knows what was the Yazid's command. And that is why, what goes around, comes around. In 3 years' time, in 3.5 years' time, 3 years, 7 months, Yazid, what he did, after the incident of Karbala, when this Qafila went to Madinatul Munawwara, the Qafila went to Kufa, from Kufa to Syria. From Syria they came back to Karbala. From Karbala this Qafila went to Madinatul Munawwara. When this caravan went to Madinatul Munawwara, the whole Medina came out and they were crying what happened to Ahlul Bayt. And they were asking who did, what happened. Then Imam Zain al-Abidin mentioned what happened to them in Karbala. So every person in Madinatul Munawwara, either child or old or big or young, they were crying for Ahlul Bayt. And that's why Yazid was scared. And he thought maybe people of Medina will go against Yazid. And he sent an army, 20,000 army, to attack Madinatul Munawwara. The Yazidi army came to Madinatul Munawwara. They attacked Sahaba Ikram. They killed 700 Sahaba Ikram. They killed altogether 10,000 people of Madinatul Munawwara. They raped the daughters and granddaughters of Sahaba Ikram. They tied the animals, the camels and horses in Masjid al-Nabawi Sharif by Rawza Mubarak. This incident, anyone from any sect of Muslims will not deny. I'll tell you, those who themselves they call maybe Salafi or Dabandi or Tablighi, Wahhabi, whatever you can call. No one denies the incident of Hirra. Everyone accept and they know what Yazidi army did in Madinatul Munawwara. They destroyed the dignity and honor of the Madinah al-Munawwara, Rawza Rasul. Hazrat Sa'id ibn Musayyib radiallahu ta'ala says, I was by Rawza Mubarak, I was acting like a mad. He said, I was acting like a mad and funny wise, but I wanted to stay by Rawza Mubarak. And he said, they tied animals by Mimbar Sharif and Mihrab. The animals were urinated in Masjid al-Nabawi Sharif by Rawza Mubarak, by Masjid al-Nabawi and Mimbar Sharif. But Hazrat Sa'id bin Musayyib radiallahu ta'ala said, 3 days there were no azan in Masjid al-Nabawi Sharif, but I used to hear some small, soft noise of azan and salah from the Qabr Sharif of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazrat Sa'id ibn Musayyib is a great tabi'i. The great tabi'i. What you going to talk about Yahud and Nasara and non-Muslims? What Yazid and the army of Yazid did to Ahlul Bayt and the people of Medina. Remember Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, only Munafiq will hate people of Medina. Munafiq will hate people of Medina. Munafiq will not like people of Medina, means Ansar. Ansar. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, the mu'min will love Ansar, will love the Ansar. Because Ansar, those who sacrificed for Rasulullah, they supported the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this army, imagine, they raped the daughters of Sahaba Ikram and Tabi'in. Still you have soft heart for Yazid. Still you think that no, we must think about Yazid, we must talk good about Yazid. Then I will say only one thing. Yazid is Mubarak to you. When you raise on the day of judgment, may Allah raise you with Yazid. We love Ahlul Bayt. We love Imam Hussein. May Allah raise on the day of judgment with Ahlul Bayt and Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. Only one thing only we can say. We don't want to say anything. We don't want to fight. We will say only, say make dua that Allah raise you with Yazid and Allah raise us with Imam Hussein radiallahu ta'ala. After that, they killed 10,000 people of Medina. They destroyed the dignity of Madinah al-Munawwara, Rawza Mubarak, Masjid Nabi. This army went to Makkah al-Mukarramah and they attacked Kaabatullah Sharif. They burnt the ghilaf of Kaaba. There was some tabarrukat, like the homes of the ram of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was sacrificed. The homes of that ram was in Kaabatullah Sharif, was placed in Kaabatullah Sharif. The blessed Asa of Nabi Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, many tabarrukat of Hazrat Harun alayhi salatu wasalam, and other prophets were placed in Kaabatullah Sharif. They attacked Kaabatullah Sharif. They burnt Kaabatullah Sharif. The wall of Kaaba was broken. The wall of Kaaba was broken. The all tabarrukat was destroyed. They burned. And Abdullah bin Zubayr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he shouted them, what are you people doing? Are you Muslims? You read Kalima La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah and you destroying the dignity of Kaabatullah Sharif, Haram of Makkah, Haram of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But they never listened because they wanted to show that we are in power. Yazid is Amirul Mu'mineen. We can do anything. Wanted to show that no one must stand against us. But what happened? Allahu Akbar. They destroyed the dignity of Madinah al-Munawwara, Rawza Mubarak and Kaabatullah Sharif. The same time that Khabis La'in Yazid was died. The azab of Allah came upon him and he died. He died. Hazrat Abdullah bin Zubayr came and announced that your leader has died. And many people, they took bay'ah on the hand of Hazrat Abdullah bin Zubayr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and then he led with army, and then he fought with them and they chased them away from Makkah al-Mukarramah. What I'm trying to say here is 3 years, 7 months from the Karbala till here, of Hirra, instead of Hirra. Yazid only ruled 3 years, 7 months, but he destroyed his akhirah. He destroyed his akhirah. So sometimes, we fight for a small thing. We don't even know how many years we have that. But sometimes we break relationships, which is priceless. We destroy our akhirah. We destroy our iman because of only for a few days or few years. Just imagine what happened. What he achieved, what Yazid achieved. In 3 years, 7 months, he was killed. He died. It's not like, okay, he was young, okay, he was not old. Don't think that he was old and was sick and this and no. The azab of Allah came upon him. Ulama mentioned, he destroyed the respect of Makkah and Medina. The azab of Allah came upon him, he was dead. Whosoever, this is the history of Islam. The history of Islam, whosoever came to attack Kaabatullah Sharif or Haram Sharif, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent azab upon them. There are many incidents took place. So my dear brothers, after that, just what I'm saying, they killed Ahlul Bayt in Karbala. They insulted the blessed head of Imam Hussein. They insulted Makkatul Mukarramah, Madinatul Munawwara. That is why we give so much importance to this incident, Karbala. Understand what Imam Hussein did and for who he did. He did for us to protect our iman and teach us what lesson we learn from the incident of Karbala, from the shahadat of Karbala, from the martyrdom of Imam Hussein and martyrdom of all Ahlul Bayt. What do we learn? Now we have health, we have consciousness. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us time, opportunity. Come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remain firm. Come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dunya, dunya, dunya. If you run behind dunya, you don't even know how many years you're going to live. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you're going to die. Ultimately, truth is you're going to die. You don't know how many years you're going to live in dunya. So don't run behind dunya. Run towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ya ayyuhal insanu ma gharraka bi rabbikal kareem. Come towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah's mercy is calling you. Allah की रहमतें हमें पुकार रही है. अल्लाह की रहमतें हमें आवाज दे रही है, मेरे बंदे आ जा, मेरी तरफ आ जा. अब आ जा, मेरी तरफ आ जा. इधर उधर ना जा, मेरी तरफ आ जा. मेरी बंदगी कर, क्योंकि मैंने तुझे जो पैदा किया है वो मेरी बंदगी के लिए पैदा किया है. वमा खलक़तुल जिन्ना वल इंसा इल्ला लियअबुदून. मैंने तुम्हें जो पैदा किया मेरी बंदगी के लिए पैदा किया है. दुनिया के पीछे भागने के लिए पैदा नहीं किया. दुनिया दुनिया करने के लिए पैदा नहीं किया. ऐ मेरे बंदो, मैंने जो तुम्हें पैदा किया है वो मेरी इबादत के लिए पैदा किया है. तो मेरा हक तुम पर ज्यादा है. मेरा हक है तुम पर. तुम मेरी तरफ आओ. और तुम मेरी तरफ आओगे तो तुम्हें दुनिया भी दूंगा और आखिरत भी दूंगा. If you come to me, then I'll give you dunya as well and akhirah as well. If you run away from me, you will be destroyed in dunya and you will be destroyed in akhirah as well. Allahu Akbar. Dear brothers, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us tawfiq to remain firm, and please take out time for deen. Take out time for deen. I always request you, today you got time, please take out some time for deen. Give importance to deen, not only when you have holiday or no work, then you come to this. Then if you play game with Allah, if you play game with Allah, when you have time, when you want to come, then you come to masjid, otherwise you sit at home and you watch soccer, Red Devil, Liverpool match. You got for 2 hours, 3 hours to watch match, to play match, do dunya. Then think what is going to happen to you. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. Allah is watching everything. Before calamity comes, musibah. You see now COVID gone, everybody forgot what happened. Forgot. Normal. 2 years COVID, everybody was crying. Hey God, I want to come masjid. Open masjid. Open masjid. Now masjid is open, nobody is coming. Nobody is coming now. Yeah, dunya is time, it's like that. Dunya is like that. In a few days we forget what happened to us. In few months we forget what happened to us. We were in difficulty and problems, we forgot now. So dunya will make you like you have to live here, or you are going to live here for 1,000 years. Dunya makes you, even we're old. We're old. Still we look like young. We don't show that. I'm doing like this, but my back is paining in the back. I can't even walk. गुर्दों में तकलीफ है, किडनियां फेल हो रही हैं, डायबिटिक हो चुका है, हाई ब्लड प्रेशर है, हार्ट प्रॉब्लम है, सब कुछ है, फिर भी आदमी जवान दिखने की कोशिश करता है. दुनिया धोखा देती है. This is deceiving of dunya is deceiving us. Dunya will not take, and people also, mashallah, our friends, subhanallah, they tell, hey, you still look young, man. 65, 60 years old, they cheat you and they make you dhokha. They say, "Well, you still look young." So you think, I'm still 40 years, I've lived that 20 or 40 years, that 20, 30 years more. Then forget again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. پھر دنیا دنیا کرنے لگتا ہے، پھر دنیا دنیا کرنے لگتا ہے. Come towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the lesson from Karbala. Sacrifice your life, sacrifice your time, teach your children, give importance to deen. The success does not come through your effort. Success comes through the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will not be a successful person if Allah is not happy with you, if Allah is not pleased with you. Success comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us tawfiq, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us on right path, inshallah tabarak wa ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Please stand for salat wassalam. يا نبي سلام عليك، يا رسول سلام عليك، يا حبيب سلام عليك، صلوات الله عليك، صلوات الله عليك. جاگنے کے وقت آنا چہرے انور دکھانا، کلمہ طیب پڑھانا، اپنے دامن میں چھپانا. یا نبی سلام، یا رسول سلام، یا حبیب سلام علیکہ، سلطان کربلا کو ہمارا سلام ہو. سلطان کربلا کو ہمارا سلام ہو. جانا مصطفیٰ کو ہمارا سلام ہو. جانا مصطفیٰ کو ہمارا اکبر سے نوجوان بھی رن میں ہوئے شہید. ہم شکل مصطفیٰ کو ہمارا سلام ہو. سلطان کو ہمارا میں ہو. جانا مصطفیٰ کو ہمارا اصغر سی ننھی جان پہ لاکھوں سلام ہو. اصغر سی ننھی جان پہ لاکھوں سلام ہو. مظلوم بے نوا کو ہمارا سلام ہو. سلطان کربلا کو ہمارا. اور ناصر بلائے شان میں کہتا ہے بار بار، مہمان ہمارا سلام ہو. مہمان کو ہمارا سلام ہو. में करबला को हमारा सलाम हो जाना ने मुस्तफा को हमारा सलाम हो। अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह, अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह, अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या जद कासिम रिज़्क़िल्लाह, अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या जद्द अल हसन वल हुसैन व अला आलिका व अस्हाबिका या रहमतल लिल आलमीन। या अल्लाह या रहमान या रहीम, please accept this gathering ya Allah. If you have said anything wrong ya Allah against the Sharia ya Allah, I repent sincerely in your court ya Allah. Please accept my repentance. Astaghfirullah Rabbi min kulli dhanbin wa atubu ilayh. And ya Allah, accept our gathering ya Allah. Gathering of this Imam Hussein ya Allah, please accept in your court ya Allah. Ya Allah, grant all of us the sadaqah of the martyrdom of Imam Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala. Ya Allah, keep us on right path ya Allah. Ya Allah, when we leave this dunya, Ya Allah, grant us opportunity to read Kalimat Tayyibah ya Allah. Ya Allah, we should leave this dunya, and we must leave this dunya ya Allah through your fadl and sadaqah of Imam Hussein with iman ya Allah. Ya Allah, grant all of us opportunity to raise with Imam Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala on the day of judgment ya Allah. Grant all of us neighborhood of Imam Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala. Ya Allah, grant all of us tawfiq to love Ahlul Bayt according to the teachings of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Ya Allah, grant all our marhumin Jannatul Firdaus. Ya Allah, grant all our marhumin Jannatul Firdaus. Ya Allah, grant all our marhumin Jannatul Firdaus. Ya Allah, if our parents are alive, Ya Allah, grant them long, healthy life, Ya Allah. And Ya Allah, make our children coolness to our eyes, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, grant barakat, peace, happiness in our homes, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, protect us from the fitna of dunya and the fitna of Dajjal, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, wherever our brothers and sisters are suffering, Ya Allah, especially in Palestine, Ya Allah, protect the children of Palestine, Ya Allah, and Muslims of Palestine, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, grant them steadfastness on deen, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, protect our Haramain Sharifain and Masjid al-Aqsa and all our holy places, Ya Allah. Our masajid, our madaris, Ya Allah, our khanqah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, grant all of us tawfiq to practice upon Quran and Sunnah, Ya Allah. Purify our minds and hearts and souls, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Hafiz Mukhtar is not well, grant good with Shifa, Ya Allah. Whoever, Ya Allah, some brothers are requested to make dua for their family members, Ya Allah, grant them complete Shifa, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you are merciful, Ya Allah. Keep all of us on right path, Ya Allah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان واحشرنا يوم القيامة مع المتقين والأبرار وادخلنا الجنة معهم يا ربنا يا رب العالمين بحرمة القرآن وبحرمة نبي آخر الزمان وبحرمة إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد مع عدل الجود والكرم وعلى آله الكرام وابنه الكريم وبارك وسلم. या इलाही रहम फरमा मुस्तफ़ा के वास्ते, या रसूल अल्लाह करम कीजिए खुदा के वास्ते, मुश्किलें हल कर शे मुश्किल कुशा के वास्ते, करबलाए रद शहीद करबला के वास्ते, करबलाए रद शहीद करबला के वास्ते, करबलाए रद शहीद करबला के वास्ते, ली खमसत लुत्फी बिहा हर्ल वबाइल हातिमा अल मुस्तफ़ा वल मुर्तज़ा वनाहुमा वल फातिमा। खुदाया बहक़ बनी फातिमा के बरक़ौल ईमा कुनी खातिमा। अगर दावत अबरत कुनी वल कबूल मनो दस्तो दामाने आले रसूल व सल्लल्लाहु तआला अला सय्यिदिल करीम व अला आलिहि तय्यिबीन व अस्हाबिल हादी बिरहमतिका या अरहमर राहिमीन वल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन। One important announcement: tomorrow, as you know, the day of Aashuraa. Inshallah, tabarak ta'ala, Qabrastans will be open. Visit graveyard, marhumeen, and tomorrow you can keep fast as well. Tomorrow and after tomorrow, if you're not keeping, you never keep today. And inshallah, tabarak ta'ala, we'll give time for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we'll have Salatul Tasbih. Those who wants to take part in Salatul Tasbih, inshallah ta'ala, after 15 minutes, 17 minutes, inshallah, we will start Salatul Tasbih. Jazakumullah, may Allah reward you on behalf of Madrasa Imam Ahmad Azhar Masjid Hasnain. I would like to say Jazakumullah for your presence. May Allah reward you in abundance. Jazakumullah.